Hey everybody, it's Rick. I'm back on the Missing Stamp channel today to introduce you to the new Snoop Boops stamp set and die set that's part of the brand new release that comes out on Friday. This is a stamp set. It features these adorable little doggy noses and his little tongue right here. The dies also coordinate and cut out all the pieces. The sentiments are boop to my favorite human, sending Snoot boops. Tell your dog I said hi, and hello, friend. So that's the stamp set. There's also a few coordinating products that you can get to pick up as well. There's the Dog Life Mini die set that can be picked up, as well as the Lucky Dog Stencil. I'm going to show you a card, and I'm going to make a card with you using these products today. All right, to get started, I'm going to stamp out 3 of my noses. And I'm going to stamp those on some Nina 80-pound cardstock. So I'm going to use the 3 noses right here at the top for my card today to share with y'all. And we will also cut those out with the coordinating dies. It's going to be a super cute little clean and simple card. I'm going to stamp each one of these noses in a different color. So I'm just going to place those in my stamp positioner. And I did promise to show you the additional card that I had made with this stamp set. It's right here. So you can check out. I did heat emboss the nose and the inside of the mouth. And then I colored the little tongue. But I stamped all the noses on the background and then used the stencil, Lucky Dog stencil, for this part. So I'm going to use 2 different colors of brown and a darker gray color for each one of the noses. So I'm going to start off with the lighter of the brown colors. Now I could leave the grading if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and double stamp this. And we'll move on to our next little nose. Like I said, I will be cutting these out with the coordinating die. Go ahead and stamp our last little nose. I'm going to stamp him 3 times because I want him nice and dark. And while I have this out, our stamp set, I'm going to go ahead and do my little sentiment. So I'm going to stick my little piece of cardstock in there. And I'm going to line up my little sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that in VersaFine Clear ink because it's a nice pigment ink. And it's a really nice sentiment. And I will set this to the side. Well, let me stamp that one more time. I'm noticing the G is not completely stamped all the way. There we go. Now I'll set this to the side, let it dry while I work on the rest of my card. I have a piece of that same color cardstock. I've cut this down to 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to ink blend over that with the stencil. And I can just pop that down. It's going to be for my background layer. This is the Lucky Dog Stencil. And if you are seeing this when it comes live, make sure you check out Instagram. There's a Miss Ink Stamp Instagram hop going on. So you want to check that out. And then I'm just going to pick one of my brown inks to go over that. Now you can easily do the other parts in different colors, so that it's nice and simple. So now we'll peel our stencil back, and there is our panel. So I'm going to attach this panel to my matte layer. Which I have cut quite a bit larger than our focal image, or focal panel. So I wanted a nice big border around that. I'll move that to the side, and I'll go ahead and cut out my noses from our Boot Snoop stamp set. All right, while I have my die cutting machine out, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my embellishments using the Dog Life mini stamp set, or die set. So you have a tennis ball, a poop, some hearts, dog house, dog bones, a little paw, and a little dog bowl. So you have all kinds of things you could use for embellishments on your card. All right, I've got a A2 card base. Give it just a nice little fold there, and then I can go ahead and add my card front on first. I'm just going to center that. Make sure it's nice and lined up. Now I've also cut out 3 coordinating brown cardstocks with a 2 3/8 inch circle punch. I'm going to add these to the card. I'm going to start with the lightest one, and it's going to go in the middle. I'm just going to line it up at the bottom in the center. Then we will work our way across. I will cut off the excess. Now each one of my little noses is going to get popped up with a foam square. So go ahead and start adding those. I'm going to add those to each of the circles. So they look like little snouts. I'm going to bring in my sentiment. And we are going to cut a small fishtail banner in that. I'm going to pop it up as well. Just adding some foam squares behind. Come off the side over here. I'm going to take my T-square. So everything's nice and lined up. And I'm going to add my little embellishments around. So I'm just going to add a little liquid glue. One right there. Now you could cut these out from glitter cardstock or foiled cardstock, whatever your little heart desires. You do you, boo-boo. Our last one we're going to put up with our sentiment. Now to finish my little card off, I'm going to come in with a gel pen. And I'm going to give his little nose, the little noses a little highlight. And the little snouts. We can give our little hearts a little highlight as well. Now I'm going to come in with a little Stardust Stickles and add just a little sparkle to each of my little embellishments. So I'm just going to come right over the little hearts. Add just a little bit of sparkle to those. Making sure to not go where or into any of the little die cut areas. Then I'll add just a little bit to their little noses. Just so they have a little bit of sparkle. Makes them look a little bit wet. All right, there is a look at the card. Here's a look at the other card as well. So there's a look at our cards. Remember to check out the Instagram hop if it's not past the deadline. I will have all that information listed below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay crafty.